Okay, so right now we are going to do a couple examples of what I like to call deductible math. Right now we're going to calculate the final portion of what the patient will owe the physician. Remember to pay close attention to not only the deductible amount, but what the patient has already met of their deductible. So first of all, I want to go ahead and look at the copay, and if you want to refer to what we went over in the lecture, the patient is automatically going to have to pay their copay. So first and foremost, the $30 is automatically going to be something that they're going to have to pay out of their pocket. So if I want to go ahead and put down $30 as something the patient is already going to pay. Next thing, I want to look at my deductible amount, which is $500. I also want to look at the amount met of the deductible, which is $513. And that tells me that the patient has satisfied their deductible. So if we want to go back up here and look at the 80/20 plan, since their deductible has been satisfied, they only have to pay 20% of the charge at hand, which happened to be $200. So 20% of $200 gives you your $40. So adding both of those together gives us our total of $70. So that is how much the patient is going to owe today at that date of service. Our second example that I'm going to show you gives us our charge of $285, a copay of $25, a deductible at $1,000, and the amount met of the deductible, which was zero, and the patient owes is what we're going to figure out. The insurance plan is a 90/10 plan. So first things first, I want to go ahead and look at the copay because a patient is going to be responsible for that first and foremost. So I'm going to go ahead and put down the $25. And then I am going to notice the deductible amount, which was $1,000, and also to look at the patient has met zero of the deductible, which tells me that the patient's charge is $285, and since they have met nothing of their yearly amount deductible, they are going to be responsible for the full charge. So I'm going to come down here and I am going to go ahead and put in my $285 because once again the patient has not met anything of their yearly deductible, so they're going to be responsible for the full charge until they reach their $1,000, and then that is when the insurance would kick in at the 90%, and then the patient would be responsible for 10%. But for this example, the patient has met zero of their deductible, so which in turn makes them responsible for the full $285 plus their copay. So the 285 plus the 25 gives us a grand total of $310. And that is how much the patient would owe at this office visit.